Dear students, good evening. Welcome to Law Excellence IAS. Let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 13th November 2020. The first article for discussion is For One and All. In this article, we will be talking about judiciary in the context of recent interim bail to Mr. Arnab Goswami. We are not finding fault in giving bail to Mr. Arnab Goswami. What about other activists who are being placed in jail? Either it is Professor Sai Baba, Varavar Rao, or activist Sudha Bharadwaj, etc. Rule of law, it means that law has to be applied equally across the citizens. Certainty in action and enforcement is necessary for public confidence in rule of law. If it is selective and differentially applied, then what will happen? People will doubt intentions of judiciary. The confidence of the citizens in justice system gets eroded. It is very dangerous for our democracy itself. And next is personal liberty is a stated trait and virtue of our constitution. So any case where personal liberty has to be eroded, it has to be a case of exception. And protection of the personal liberty shall be a rule rather than an exception in India. In this case, I want to make the issue of Kashmir as an example. In Kashmir, personal liberties of the citizens were taken away for an year or more. When the matter went to the Supreme Court did not hear the case immediately. This is often described regularly in the newspapers as judicial abdication of responsibility. So here takeaway points are Arnab Goswami case can be taken as an example, and illegal detentions also can be taken as a point in our answer. In India, the biggest problem to the justice system are fake encounters and illegal detentions of people, citizens for years together in jails. Next, media regulation that is quite over the top. Yesterday we saw a news that is OTT, over the top platforms, digital media and digital content will be brought under Ministry of Information Broadcasting. In this article has given certain points about media regulation. How the media regulation today is, in the case of cinema, it is pre-censorship. On other cases, let us take about electronic media, print media. In this case, it is about post review and self regulation. We have Press Council of India, PCI, and the National Broadcasters Association for Electronic Media. So, this is more or less a self regulatory mechanism. If any regulation has to be there, in the interest of the freedom of media, we need to have self regulation. Any kind of government regulation will ultimately end as control and censorship. In India, let us analyze media. We have mainstream media. Mainstream media means newspapers, electronic media. These were very influential in elections and public behavior before. Today, people have understood that they are very partisan, politicized, and fragmented. It means every media house has deeper connections with politics, political offices, political parties than with the people. That is the reason why people's trust in this corporate media has gone down. So that's why they wanted to shift to social media, digital media, etc. But what about their case? They are also ultimately a corporate interest. But citizens openly and freely are able to express themselves. But this digital media is rudderless. So, government trying to control social media, digital media, etc., through censorship or through regulation will ultimately hurt the freedom of speech. This is what is the question which is raised. For example, what can we talk about? Is media regulation necessary? The takeaway point is media regulation, if anything is necessary, it has to be more like self regulation. Next is like long COVID, there is long Trump. Did Trump mesmerize the people of America to win the elections in 2016? No. There are circumstances which have favored the Trump to come to the office. These circumstances, more or less, are existing across the world. That is the reason why divisive rightist politics are coming up. Yes or no? How this ground is prepared for rightist divisive politics over liberal inclusive politics? The most important thing is globalization. Because of globalization, economic losses have increased for few countries, or at least a sense of economic loss has increased. And capital has become strengthened, and workforce has lost their jobs. Cultural anxieties have increased like never before because of migration and other factors. This has given rise for few people to exploit a situation that they are being exploited or they need their support to ensure their jobs. This has happened in America with Trump, especially in mining areas, manufacturing states. The loss of jobs was very hurtful. And in the coastal states, if you observe, they still stand to be liberal. Either it is California, New York, Chicago, these areas, they are more liberal states. But Republicans, where they are winning, these are actually in the central part. Why in the central part? The loss of jobs due to globalization. And this has given in reaction towards economic and cultural nationalism. And who are worst affected in this economic and cultural racialism and divisive politics? Those are minorities. Because minorities are more shown as a threat. Immigrants in the Western countries are more shown as a threat. So that's why minorities and immigrants are losing. If the world has to move towards a liberal, inclusive, democratic order, what is required is a kind of economic and social security for the citizens. That is what author talks about. The next article can be a possible question. Can the right to work be made real in India? Let us see this. What is right to work? MG Narega is right to employment. In the World War II, after the World War II, employment has come down. People started demanding for opportunities government to take the responsibility for their public employment. And there, public employment was provided to ensure creation of public assets and public goods too. This happened in Europe and also in America. So the reconstruction projects focused on giving work to people and then giving jobs to people and also creation of assets to people. Today we are there in market economy. So market economy is driven by profit. The market economy is also totally driven by capital today. In that scenario, the capital intensive market economy is leading to a growth that is called jobless growth. So why we need? Because of this jobless growth, unemployment rate has increased, inequalities are increased like never before. Basic minimal living opportunities shall be the right of every citizen. Every citizen shall be able to find his opportunities without any impediment, which is basic civil and political rights. To bring this, what is required? Finances and political will are required. And next point is right to work for also gives in right in work. Remember what is this right in work? Recently, labor codes are said to have diluted security and safety of workers. Hire and fire mechanism was given primacy or importance. In this case, let us see the context of India. In India, if you see the relations between the capital and labor, labor is structurally weak. Why? Surplus of labor exists. Because of that, labor have less bargaining power. That is where the state has to come in protection. When surplus is being reduced, how can we reduce the surplus? If we create other employment opportunities in building hospitals, schools, etc., the labor will be reduced for the market. Then they will get bargaining power vis-a-vis the capital. That's where rights in work, right to work will bring in rights in work too. That is what is being stated. In the World War II context, right to work also mean right to have a leisure. See, 3 parts the day is divided. 8 plus 8 plus 8. 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of leisure, 8 hours of work. So when right to work is given, automatically what has to be taught is right to leisure is integral to that. And then MG Narega and right to work are one and the same. No, MG Narega is only a mechanism to take forward the right to work. Right to work is much larger. Right to work, it means it has to bring in a sense of fulfillment, happiness to the worker. So in MG Narega, what work is given to you? A manual, unskilled work. So MG Narega is not equivalent to right to work. It's only a starting point right to work. And finally, MG Narega is promising right to work only in rural areas. Then what about the urban areas? In states like Odisha, Himachal Pradesh, Urban Employment Guarantee Act is also passed. It is the time we need to expand it to length and breadth of India. These are the points we need to remember here. Next is Trump is not conceding defeat. What's next? In this article or through this article, I want to explain you the challenges of checks and balances which the American system is based in. Trump is not conceding defeat. When can we say elections are being concluded? When the next president takes the oath of office. For this, certification of the results by every state is necessary. If the certification did not happen, state legislatures will set in and they have to give or recommend whom they have to vote. Their electorates have to vote. In this case, state legislatures they send the list to the governor and governor of the state has to sign it and forward it to the Congress. Now, governor may accept or reject those lists proposed by state legislature. In Michigan and Pennsylvania, if I am not wrong, Democrat governors are there, and the state legislature is dominated by Republicans. State legislature may send one list, governor may reject that list, governor may prepare another list. So obviously, executive legislature check and balance is going to inhibit a decision making over here. And finally, it will go to the Congress for decision. In the case other way around, if we see, if no confidence is no candidate is getting 270, what will happen? Are both of them are getting 269? What will happen? See this. The matter will be put to hold by the legislature. In this case, Congress, that is, the Senate will elect the vice president, House, Congress will elect the president. In this Congress, every state will get one vote. Today, who is dominant? Most of the states are dominated by Republicans, both in Senate and Congress. In such a case, Trump may get, presidency again. So, such a complex system they have designed in the United States of America. Next is government rolls out 1.19 lakh crore stimulus. Remember, fiscal stimulus is the way forward to revive the economy. Government in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3 is majorly focusing on job creation and re-employment. What is the benefit it is offering? If any new employee is taken into the organization or any employee who is retrenched and taken back into the organization, his EPF is fulfilled by the government for the next 2 years. And then farmers, these are being given 65,000 crore as fertilizer subsidy, and salaried taxpayers they are also given benefits to buy the houses with up to 2 crore rupees. With infrastructure, 18,000 crore rupees is allocated for PM Awas Yojana to build urban housing. So infrastructure is majorly focused over here. With the infrastructure and reviving the construction sector, government wants to rebuild the economy. China begins work on rail link up to Arunachal border. So this is from Chengdu in Yan province to Ningxi and Lhasa. You know, Lhasa is the capital of Tibet. In this Ningxi, this is where comes close to Arunachal border. Why we are worried? Obviously, it helps logistics and troop movement of China whenever an emergency arrives. It is expected to be completed by 2030. India ASEAN to expand trade despite RCEP workout. What is this RCEP stands for? Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. India did not join, citing farmers' concerns of India are not addressed into this. In this scenario, this RCEP is going to make a difference to ASEAN region and they are inviting to India. So a provision is kept for India to join later date if it changes its mind. In spite of not joining RCEP, India wants to continue its trade and other relations with ASEAN, and also Prime Minister stated that Indo-Pacific policy of India is trying to converge, has made all attempts to converge with the ASEAN, convergence with ASEAN. What we are trying to build is a rules-based order in ASEAN and South China Sea. That is what India is talking about. India makes progress in vaccination coverage. This is about IVAC, International Vaccine Access Center. In this has given a report. According to this report, India has improved in its reach to vaccination. In this one specific focused approach, 100 days agenda, this is to make vaccine for rotavirus reach length and breadth of the country. Because of this 100 days intensive program, the vaccine reach has increased from 35% to 53%. And other issue it has raised is the rotavirus, which is causative of diarrhea. The vaccine reach has increased, but the treatment of diarrhea and pneumonia, it is not up to the mark in India. Next, breastfeeding is important for child. The breastfeeding also India showed remarkable improvement. These are the articles for today. Thank you very much and have a great day. This is Dr. Rambabu signing off for Law Excellence IAS.